Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. It is the end of the month, and I'm praying that January has been awesome for you. And as we head into February, I don't know about you, but it seems pretty incredible that we're already at February. What a great time of the year. So, I want to share something with you. I was out running yesterday. Uh, Pretty typical for me to be out running, but right now, my coach has me running at a really low heart rate as we gear up and train for this upcoming marathon in a couple of weeks or a couple of months actually. But she's got me running at a really low heart rate to really try to and build up some strength there, so that when we get into the closer, faster months, my training will hopefully prepare me to run faster at a lower heart rate. So I'm supposed to be running at a really low heart rate for most of my runs right now. So yesterday I was out running for just kind of an easy pace run, and I looked down at my heart rate and it was really high. So don't tell my coach this, but I was out running on a flat course, which should be easy. My pace told me that I was going slightly faster than I probably should have been going, but my heart rate was very high. It was in the 170s, which is really, for me, 170s tells me that I'm at my threshold. I'm really burning gas real quick, and I should need to be slowing down pretty soon. And so she wants me running all the way down at like 130s, 140s, which is super low, and it's hard to do. So I was way off. But my pace was telling me that I wasn't that far off, that I needed to slow down some for sure, but not nearly as much as my heart rate was telling me. And so when I looked at that, what it told me is something else is off. Like my nutrition is off, my hydration is off, my sleep is off. Maybe I'm a little bit more stressed than I need to be, should be. Something else is off that's causing my heart to have to work harder than it should. And so it got me kind of thinking about this idea of having an internal monitor, because on the outside, I felt pretty good. And my pace, again, if we looked at just my pace, I was going pretty decent. I need to slow down a little bit. So it wasn't just these exterior things that we could see on the outside that really was telling me what's going on. It was looking at the heart. And so now I've had to go through and think through, okay, what's off? Is it my nutrition? Is it my sleep? Is it my stress levels? Is it my hydration? What is off? Because something's off. Maybe I've gained some weight. Maybe I'm haven't been in the gym working out as much as I should or need to be to get my heart rate down as well. So there's all these other factors that could get my heart to be able to not have to work as hard to run at that same pace. And so it just got me thinking, are there some of those things that we can look at in our leadership? Are there some of those things that we can look at in our spiritual life? And this morning I was reading in James, and I think that James has something to say about that. So James chapter 1, starting in verse 2, it reads like this. It says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let that patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways." So I think that James tells us that there is an internal monitoring system. Joy, right in the middle of our testing of our faith. We need God to show up our faith levels. What are you believing for? What are we believing for? Our faith. What are we hoping for, believing for, praying for? I think it's more than just our faith in Jesus, but that's definitely part of it when our faith is being tested in Jesus, our doubt, but also in our own faith in the Lord for provision and care and healing, all of those areas of faith. When those are being tested and tried, do we have joy? Where are we at? And so when we can begin to monitor that over years, seasons, we can begin to see that and my joy level is just really not good right now. And I'm really struggling. And so that tells us that there's something going on internally. There's something off. Our prayer life, our community, our Bible reading, those types of things might be off because this internal monitoring system of joy is telling us that there's something off. Maybe on the outside we still are acting like, it's all good and we got this, but internally we're really struggling. We are a little bit more negative, sarcastic, critical, judgmental, all of those types of things. We don't quite have that level of joy. And it says that it produces patience. It produces patience when our faith is being tested. It produces patience, and oftentimes when I think about that word patience, it's kind of a relaxed posture, just kind of sitting back, But this word, it says bravely enduring, not this hiding, not this just like kind of like coping with the issues, waiting for it to end, but it's bravely awaiting, bravely enduring, patience. It's standing there confidently. It's like, I don't know, I just got this picture of like a soldier bravely, confidently standing, waiting for what's about to happen, waiting for the battle to happen. And this patience, it's again, it's not like this sitting back, it's this brave standing. And so where are you at with that? Are you patient? Are you able to handle the weight? Are you able to, not the weight in terms of like lifting weights, but the time weight? Are you able to handle that? And not doubting. Another one, not doubting. Where are you at with your doubt? So we've got a couple internal monitoring systems here in James: joy, patience, doubting. But there's also a couple others that I was kind of reminded of also, which is in Galatians, right? The fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, patience, kindness, gentleness, right? How are you with those? Kindness. How are you with gentleness? How are you with self-control? How are you with, again, joy? Again, peace, patience. These are all internal monitoring systems that the Lord has given us to look and say, it's not just on the outside. How are you holding up? But when those internal monitors going off and we don't have self-control, we don't have peace, we don't have patience, we don't have joy, those are some internal monitoring systems that we can look at and say, okay, something's off. My prayer life, my community, my eating, my addictions, my sin patterns. What are those things that are happening, that are going on, that are causing me to not be in the good spot? So I want to encourage you, where are you at with your internal monitoring system? It's not just about the outside. You're able to do the same things. But where are you at? Have you checked your heart rate? Have you checked your internal monitoring system? I want to encourage you, take a moment and just reflect. Even right now, just take a moment and reflect and think. Where are you at with some of those internal monitoring systems? Because it could be a good indication that you need to slow down, spend some time with the Lord, and just, hydrate. Soak in His presence. Maybe you need to have some nutrition, eat God's word. Maybe you have some sleep and you just need to rest in His presence. Maybe you just need to be in community and just spend some time around some people to encourage you and strengthen you. Well, have a great day and look forward to talking to you guys soon. Let me know in the comments where you're at. Which one of those is a monitoring system that you use for yourself? We'll see you guys soon.